Hi guys, welcome to Multiverse. Today, I'm not sure exactly what we're going to do. I'm gonna have to give it some thoughts. Just give me a second so that I can set up everything on my end, and then we'll be ready to get started. So we should be good to go. So last week, sadly, I did not do any live stream. I took the week off. I was feeling a bit under the weather last week, so I decided to take some time off from live streaming. But now we're back. Hello, Dominic. Hello, Kazirus. So last weekend, I hope you guys enjoyed the double Quadrant Crowns. I didn't farm as much as I should have. Actually, I didn't farm all that much. What I actually did was I did farm for cash, and I did a whole bunch of crafting. I did way too much crafting, more crafting than any sane man should ever do ever. Hello, Wolfsbane Mod. So last week, basically, I think Friday, I did a bit of farming. And then I was able to raise my cash to about 13 millions, which I spent almost right away buying a whole bunch of crafting materials I needed. I didn't just buy crafting materials. Once in a while, I would see a statue or a base item that I really wanted. So basically, I raised my cash. I spent it. I spent it all up to about. I spent it all except for maybe 600,000. And then I rebuilt my cash again up to 14 million, spent it again, and today I was able to rebuild my cash a bit. I still have a bit of crafting to do. Ideally, whenever I get the chance, I take a look if there's some beyond modes. Right now, basically, the only thing I have left to craft is the some Gotham time capsule stuff, like some emblems and some Batman Beyond gear. Oh, well, let's go for modes. It'll be a bit simpler. So basically, whenever I get the chance, I take a look at the broker. I see if there's some beyond modes that aren't too expensive. I was a bit lucky. I was able to get a whole bunch, a pretty big stack of visitor modes. So I was able to craft a whole bunch of stuff, and I also was able to get some paradox modes as well, or some speed metal modes, I should say. How long we will wait? Depends what you mean. Wait for. How long we will wait for what? And as you can see, I did some redecorating. So basically, last weekend I did a whole bunch of crafting. You saw a few videos that I posted because of that. And the weekend before, I did a whole bunch of redecorating. Let's take a quick look. Also, something that happened last week or a bit before last week, we crossed basically the 500,000 views on the channel. So basically, there's a 500,000, a bit more now, like 507 by now. 507,000 people who watched, 507,000 views. So we crossed the 500,000 marks in terms of views for the channel. Never really expected we would cross that mark. So I guess now the next stepping stone will be, I don't know, 1 million. So hopefully it will take 2 years to reach that point. I guess we'll see. So basically it took us about 2.5 years to reach 500,000 views. I know that for some channel do that with a single video. You have to keep in mind that we have a pretty small channel here. So I guess I should change a phase before I forget. Hello, it's Gaming King. So I did a whole bunch of decorating last week, or last week, not this weekend, the one before. Hello, Dominic. What was your question about waiting? How long we would have to wait? The brokers, no, PC and PlayStation share the same broker. Xbox has its own broker. And of course, the US servers have their own brokers, and the European servers have their own brokers. Although for the European servers, I'm not sure how it works. I kept on hearing a lot of rumors that the Xbox servers, the US and the European servers were merged or something. But I don't play on Xbox, so I have no way to verify if that's true or not. So here, where I play on PS4, and the broker I have access to is the same broker that the PC players have access to, and that's for the US servers. For the European servers, as far as I know, they have their own server because we don't play together. What? So let's see, what could we do today? I've already played the anniversary event with this character, and I played it a little too much last week, and yeah, well, I didn't play it as much as I should have this weekend. This weekend, I wanted to do some crafting, and I was able to find a few good deals on the broker. So this weekend was a good opportunity to do a whole bunch of crafting. Right now, well, let's go. Right now, I don't have. I've almost crafted everything that's possibly possible to craft. At least whatever comes from time capsules. Like this is pretty much all I have left to craft. Sadly, I don't have enough beyond modes, and even the complex materials. I'm gonna have to purchase a whole bunch of those. I was able to purchase a lot of simple materials for fairly cheap, but the complex materials were a little too expensive, so I couldn't buy as much as I needed. But anyways, I don't have enough Beyond modes anyway, so as you can see, I'm still going to need a whole bunch of Beyond modes. I may craft a few speed metal enhanced set of gear for a couple of my characters. I'll have to give it some thoughts. The Xbox servers are together. Okay, that's what I heard. I had heard that before. I didn't know if it was true or not. You want me to change the colors of my Ultraman? Yeah, I could change the colors if you insist. I don't find it as interesting though. Well, let me check. Come on, come on. There's a bit of a delay. It's sad, but what can you do? Lots of pages of headpieces now. Let's go for the emissive eyes. Why not? Oh yeah, it's going to look so evil. Basically, yeah. The ironic thing is that the Ultraman, when they redesigned Superman for the new 52, they pretty much made him look like Ultraman, which I wouldn't be surprised might almost be on purpose, although it could be just a happy accident. It happens. Let's go for the tall classics. I forget if the belt should be red or yellow. For the back piece, I don't remember Ultraman having an emblem, so that might be tricky a bit. Let's go like this. How does that look? Oh, I see. I guess I'm missing part of the conversation. I don't seem to see all what you guys are saying. How long will it go live? Not sure. Hello, Video Central. Hello, Joe S. We'll go live for I don't know, an hour, 2 hours. It depends. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Oh yeah, forever evil. You're missing a few L's in your evil. You just look a little bit evil. Not sure if I should go for another hairstyle. Nah, that'll do. That'll do. Oh, why not? Let's go. Let's go make a few marks of victories. I've been farming a lot, and I didn't profit very much from the bonus marks of victories. Sadly, I kept on farming either the. Oh yeah, now you're talking Wolves mod. Sadly, I farmed the anniversary event. I farmed for collections and for cash, and sadly, I did not farm for marks of victory while we had the chance. Oh well.
The disease of corruption infects everyone and everything on this earth.
Well, let's pull back a bit.
Someone has got to stop Johnny Quick and his pea-sized girlfriend Atomica from running rampant across this earth, and you're just the person to do it.
Hello, Red Hood.
The crime syndicate has its tentacles wrapped around every facet of this Earth's society. We need to map out their control.
Actually, before we do that, yeah, usually I farm for a couple of hours, 2 3 hours, and I manage if I'm lucky, and if I manage to get a collection or two that are worth like 3 or 4 millions. I'm able to get 10, 15 millions in a day. But it depends on luck. If I'm not lucky, if I keep on getting collections that are pretty much worthless, it's a bit disappointing. But I was a bit lucky. When was it? Saturday. I got like 2 collections that I managed to sell for like 5 millions. So that was much needed because. With the anniversary event, at some point I was farming for collections for the anniversary event, and holy crap, I kept on getting collections. A lot of the collections I was getting, were worth less than $1,000. Heck, a lot of the collections I was getting weren't even worth $50. So I was a bit disappointed farming the anniversary event. You're lonely, Red Hood? It happens. So let's see. I guess we should start with a bounty, I suppose. Let's send a shout. Come on. I was focused on trying to do some crafting, so I didn't really. Once in a while, if I saw a collection that was not too expensive, I would actually buy it. But I did not. I did not really farm for collections. I did not really farm to buy collections. I was farming trying to get some valuable items in order to be able to make some cash, in order to be able to purchase what I needed for collections. Come on. In order to get what I needed, sorry for crafting. Let's see if some 333. No one's doing bounties. Yeah, I do watch Supergirl. As a rule of thumb, I really enjoy that show. Although the first half of the season, I was getting a little tired at some point with all the crying. Although that's to be expected. The audience that they're aiming the show at likes that kind of drama, I suppose. But at some point, I was really happy when they decided to have Alex and Maggie get married. I thought the drama would maybe not end, but at least lessen. Like they kept on crying that they wanted to get married, and they kept on crying over that. And so once they finally did get married, I thought that they would stop crying. They got what they wanted, so they'll be happy. But no, they had to still create a whole bunch of drama. So at some point I was getting a little tired of all that crying. But the Crisis on Earth X seems to have changed things or improved things. I'm not sure exactly. I'll try to take a look. But for the new materials, the collections are somewhat expensive, so it'll take a while before I manage to get that. I wanted to do some crafting. I kept on pushing it back and pushing it back. I kept on saying, "Oh, I'll craft later," and "I'll craft later." And I had like three suits of style to craft. I had a whole bunch, like the 2 or 3 time capsules worth of emblems that I had to craft. Hello, gonna overkill. No, Kid Flash will not join Teen Titans. Kid Flash will actually join Legends of Tomorrow. Basically, when Legend of Tomorrow comes back in a few weeks, I forget when it's going to come back. When the Legend of Tomorrow comes back, there's going to be 2 episodes with John Constantine. And after that, there's going to be. After that, from what I understand, Kid Flash is going to join the team. And he should be there for the rest of the season. And from what I understand, Legends of Tomorrow should end a few episodes before Flash ends. So once Legends of Tomorrow ends, Kid Flash should be able to go on the Flash TV show for the last like 2 or 3 episodes. Hello, Ghost Sniper. Well, I was a bit surprised that they left Barry in jail. I guess I'm wondering if they're going to have. At some point, I think in the comics they had Iris have powers and a costume for a short while. So I'm wondering if they're going to go that route. If Iris will put on some sort of costume to try to fill in for Barry being in jail. Or will Jesse Quick come back? There were rumors also that they were going to add Johnny Quick to the show. So I guess we're gonna have to wait and see what they actually end up doing.
I will end you. So is that all?
We don't have a healer, so we're gonna have to be a bit careful. Yeah, I'm wondering if they're going to give Iris powers or something. Uh, One of the things, there's a few episodes where this year where Flash pretty much was a supporting character within his own TV show. I'm never too crazy when that happens because usually that's a sign that the people making the show are pretty much running out of ideas. They don't know what to do. Like when they start making episodes where what's his name, where Ralph is the lead, or well, where Iris is the lead, or where someone else is the lead. Sadly, it's a sign that they're starting to run out of steam and run out of idea on what to do with Barry, which is never a good sign for a TV show. I hope I'm mistaken, but I guess we're gonna have to wait and see what happens with the rest of the season.
Is that all? I won't fall.
I'll see what I can do about Zatanna. I don't have that many styles with my female characters, so right now all I could really do is a male Zatanna. So I guess I could try and pull off something like that.
Is that all?
But I'll see if I can get more styles with at least one of my female characters. A good setup for ice powers. I made a video or two, I think, with Superboy Prime. And he has a pretty good setup. If you look at my Superboy Prime video, you should be able to see a loadout that kind of works fine. I'll try to make a proper video about that before long. A few people have been asking about ice powers, so I have a video or two in the pipeline. Oh yeah, male fishnets are pretty sexy. Oh, that's why you were waiting. No, the live stream. I'm not sure why. Sometimes there's some issues with the live stream. Uh, like a year and a half ago. Well, in the past, doing the live stream, was working fine. There would be no issue doing live streams. But then when I started doing live stream again, when was it? Last summer. I ran into actually before that, like last winter when I was trying to do live stream, I kept on running into some sort of issues. And right now, the live stream doesn't really work properly. For some reason, if I look at the preview for the live stream, it doesn't work. I have to look at the public view to actually see the live stream. I'm not sure why it does that. And often I get a message that the encoder isn't working properly or something like that, which was never an issue like a year and a half ago or something. Uh, Actually, I have an actual Ultraman character that uses Atomic. So I'll try to make a video with don't respect just yet. I'll try to make a video with my Ultraman character, and I'll try to make a video with my Superboy Prime character, and you'll be able to compare both powers, how they work. Basically, the atomic power relies a lot on the atomic combos, and the ice power relies a lot on the shields, the ice shields. Oh, thank you, Wolfsway Mod. Yeah, it's pretty neat to see how the channel has been growing, and the neat part is that it's increasing as time goes by. Like eons ago, I would gain, I don't know, 5 new subscribers a month or something like that. And now I'm gaining like 250 subscribers a month. And not too long ago, like before the holidays, I was gaining about 200 subscribers a month. So in like a month, I went from 200 to 250 subscribers a month. So it's growing. It's going pretty nicely. So I'm very happy about that. Of course, we didn't reach 1 million subscribers yet, but we'll get there in about 50 years. So let's see. Let's focus. What mission do we need?
I appreciate it, but
Is controller the best one? You mean the best role? It depends what you want to do. If you want, lately I've been playing tank a lot lately. I played my Ultraman a lot. I played Superboy Prime a lot, even Supergirl, and I couldn't help but realize that there's a lot of missions that you can actually solo as a tank, especially the anniversary event was a big eye opener. Like the big shadow creature that you have to fight, and that you sometimes need a group of 8 players, and even then, it's very easy to die fighting the shadows. But with a tank, you can pretty much solo the darn thing. I find it a bit more difficult with a rage tank, but with an ice tank or even an atomic tank or a fire tank, it works fine to solo those shadows. The only issue is that it takes a while. If you're by yourself, it does take a bit of a long time to defeat the shadow. But other than that, you actually can do it. As opposed to if you're playing a controller or a healer, if you don't have a group, forget that. You're not going to be able to defeat the shadows. But if you're a tank, you can pretty much solo anything, or so it seems. And again, depending on which tank you use, it's a bit easier. Like the ice tank has a lot of survivability. The atomic tank does have survivability as well, but it does a bit more damage as well. A male Wonder Man? I could try and do that. Actually, I've been toying with. I've been planning for a long time to, like usually you guys have seen, I make videos about emblems once in a while. I made videos about the Superman emblem, the Batman emblem, the Flash emblem. I'm a bit overdue for a video about the Wonder Woman emblem. Although there isn't that many Wonder Woman emblems in the game, but there's enough to make a video, at least with a handful of emblems. So that's making a Wonder Man video is part of the list, I suppose. But also, you can recreate a pretty good version of the Marvel version of Wonder Man. Actually, you can recreate many versions of Wonder Man. Wonder Man had a few incarnations or a few costumes through the years, and you can recreate quite a few of those in DC Universe Online. So I should probably make a video about that when I get the chance. And there's a lot of videos that I should do. Sadly, there's only so many videos I can make in a day. And heck, even if I was making videos full time, I'm not sure I could make all the videos that I would like to make. I've used Wolf's Way mod. I did use that code last June or something like that. I even made a video about that to let you guys know that at some point there was a code allowing us to have a Wonder Woman emblem. And I'm not sure, guys, why I receive a lot of invitation to play Fortnite. And the one thing that I keep on wondering is because often I'm playing, like right now I'm playing DC Universe Online, and I'm receiving invitation from people to play Fortnite. I haven't really started playing Fortnite yet. I downloaded the game, but I haven't tried it just yet. But I'm not sure why people invite me to play Fortnite while I'm already playing DC Universe Online. I'm not sure if they expect me to stop playing DCUO to go play Fortnite with them or something. So I find that always a bit strange. Oh, good job, asleep. Yeah, I've been toying with the idea of trying Fortnite. It's just that right now, DC Universe Online pretty much eats up. Like playing DC Universe Online and also making videos pretty much uses up all the gaming time I have. Like there was, I got the Batman, the Telltale game Batman, for free thanks to PlayStation Plus, and I've been meaning to try that game. And whenever I think, okay, today's the day I'm going to be able to play the Batman game, I end up not playing it. There's always something else that kind of takes the priority. Like this weekend, I wanted to do some farming
The less bullies on our streets, the better.
for cash, and I wanted to do also some crafting. So that pretty much used up all my gaming time for the weekend. So I didn't have any time to play the Batman game. But I'm going to try it before long. Well, we'll see. Should I take the bat signal? I have like 3 dozens by now. Oh, why not? You're not too late, Dezetta. We should be here. We've been here for half an hour. We'll be here for much longer. I promise you. Let's go for that. Yeah, Wolfsbane mod. It's fine that you mention your channel, but don't overdo it, please. And tonight we have a new episode of Supergirl. Hopefully we're going to see the Legion of Superheroes again. I really got a kick at the episode where we had Mon-El, Brainiac 5, and Saturn Girl. It depends. The biggest issue with Quantum is that if you want to do a lot of damage, sadly you depend on Time Bomb here. Sadly, as you can see, Time Bomb is really slow. So very often the enemies are dead long before Time Bomb even manages to make any damage at all. Already, even when I'm just by myself, very often I defeat the enemies before Time Bomb even does anything. And if you're with another player, or even worse, with a group, very often, by the time your Time Bomb does any damage, all the enemies are down. So you end up not doing any damage. So sometimes with Quantum, it ends up looking bad on the scoreboard. So if having the top score on the scoreboard is important, you may struggle a bit with Quantum, or you're gonna have to, like, basically Time Bomb. Use Time Bomb only if you're fighting bosses. If you're fighting mobs, don't waste your time casting a Time Bomb. If you're fighting bosses, just use your powers like this. Oh, force of habit, I click on Time Bomb. So I'll try again, I'll show you again next time. So when you're fighting mobs, don't use Time Bomb, just use your other powers. Otherwise, by the time your Time Bomb actually does any damage, it's too late. The enemies are down. So if you focus on your other powers for the mobs, and only use Time Bomb for the bosses, it should help. Well, the reason why people say that Time Bomb is bad is because there is a cap to the amount of damage you can do with Time Bomb. So because of that cap, you don't do as much damage as you used to with Time Bomb.
Thanks, but I gotta get out. Run for your lives.
But if you want to, you don't really need Time Bomb. But against bosses, it will help you do a whole bunch of damage. I'm not sure where my objective. Oh, I think I know where. Oh, there we are. Oh, that's alright, Ghana. I understood what you meant. So even if you don't use Time Bomb, if you do if you're a power spammer like me, I like to spam powers. Sometimes I spam powers a little too much, so I'll drain my power bar a bit. But you can still do a bit of damage even without a Time Bomb. But if you do use Time Bomb, it will help you do a lot more damage to certain bosses. Again, an invitation for Fortnite. I'm not going to stop the live stream to go play Fortnite. That's crazy.
If you really want to do some good, look out.
My favorite supervillain is Doctor Doom. For the time capsules, the gear from the time capsules scale to your level. So if you're combat rating like 34, well, you're going to get some gear that will bring you probably to 35, 36. And then once you reach 36, the gear you will get from time capsules might bring you to 37, and so on. So you cannot go from let's say combat rating 34 to combat rating 200 with one set of gear from the time capsules. You need sadly you're going to need a lot of gear in order to be able to do that. So I wouldn't count on the gear from the time capsules to go up in level. It can help a little bit. It can give you a little push to sometimes go past a certain speed bump. But I wouldn't expect to be able to use that. Well, John Jones technically pretty much has all the powers that Superman has. And even more, since he has telepathic powers, invisibility, and all that. But then again, I guess Superman with his heat vision could just create fire and take away Martian Manhunter's power. So that's a tough. Shazam, Captain Marvel could be one, I suppose.
I appreciate it, but
Batman beats everyone. That's not fair. No, the gear is what makes you go up in level. Well, let me show you. I don't think I have any gear with this guy. Do I? Well, I have a few. So, crapola. Okay, I can't really show you a good example, but basically, I think the shoulders should do. Nah. Anyway, you have to increase the item level of your gear. So, the gear will scale to your level, and as you go up in level, then the next gear will scale to your level. When it comes to the gear from the time capsules, but there is the vendor gear which has a fixed level. Like for example, the Owlman gear is an item level 195. Well, see it like that. Like from level 1 to level 30, your level is your level. But once you go past level 30, then your combat rating becomes your actual level. It's not exactly that, but it's a close approximation.
Thanks, but I gotta get out.
So once you go past level 30, you have to increase the quality of your gear. You have to get higher level gear, and that will raise your combat rating. Oh, I'm not familiar with that YouTube video. There's a lot of videos on YouTube. I'm not surprised that such video exists.
Hey, put out! I can fight my own battles. I appreciate it, but
I'm not sure if I'm done.
Who do you think you are? Mind your own.
So hopefully you guys were able to enjoy the anniversary event. There's still 2 days, 3 days, 2 days before the event is gone.
All this help you're doing.
The only way to get CR fast is to improve your gear as quickly as you can. If you just passed level 30, you should look at the. I have a video of my Doctor Strange character. Basically, my Doctor Strange character went from like level 30, or even level 29, I think, all the way up to combat rating 62 or 64, I forget. And he did that like in like 2.5 hours. So there are ways to level up fairly quickly, but it involves pretty much choosing which mission to make in order to get the best gear as quickly as possible, so that it can push you to the next level. Although the game at some point has been changed in that direction. Basically, at some point they made a whole bunch of changes to pretty much make you level up a little faster than before. At some point it became pretty obvious that one of the goals that the devs had was to level up players as quickly as possible in order to bring them to endgame as quickly as possible. It is the gear inspired by Fracture in the trailer. The gear, the Exobyte Origin gear is the Fracture gear. Basically, people have been asking for like years, ever since they saw the Fracture trailer. People have been asking to have that gear in DC Universe Online, and now we have it. Oh, wasn't paying attention.
You haven't changed anything.
Sorry, I'm reading the chat. I missed a whole bunch of stuff, I think. From 216 to 220, there's no real advice. Just play missions, gather your marks, and purchase the. At 216, can you purchase the Allman set of gear? That is the gear that will bring you. That will raise your combat rating the most. And if you can get the elite version of the gear, even better. But get at least the regular version of the gear. But if you want the top CR, then you're gonna have to once you get the regular version of the gear, then you're gonna have to start farming for the elite version. And of course, there's also the omnipotence gear that you're going to need. I didn't realize Xbox was that comfortable for you to fall asleep on it. The Allman gear, I'll show you. We're close to it, anyways. Just let me finish. I'm not sure if I still have. Let me check. Ah, there we are. Just let me finish this mission, and I'll show you where the gear is. And asleep, you just inspired me. I'm going to create a new character, Oil Man. You can't really trade gear. Eons ago, there was some gear that you could actually trade, but that was so long ago. Nowadays, most of the gear you cannot really trade it. Like there is some gear you can trade up to tier 3, I think, but after that, you cannot trade gear. You have to whatever gear you get is only for your character, and the gear you purchase on the vendors only for your character as well. There might be an exception that I can't think of, like the time capsule gear. I guess is the only gear you could possibly give to someone else. But other than that, I can't think of any gear you can actually give to someone.
All this help you're doing is gonna get you in.
Don't take this the wrong way.
You're not one.
Batman versus Oilman? Well, Batman will win. Batman always wins.
This is now a crime scene. My pension won't cover this.
Do something! The crime syndicate don't take kindly to interference in official business.
Ammunition is okay, but yeah, it's not my favorite power either. Earth is kind of fun. The one thing I don't like about Earth is that you somewhat depend on your pet a bit, on your brick character. I like using I do like using pet or henchmen, but I'm not too crazy when you actually need them, like really need them. I played with my Sandwalker character a bit this weekend, and I couldn't help but notice how big a difference brick actually makes.
Who do you think you are? Run!
There's also a pet that you can have if you play gadgets, like that sort of drone robot that can follow you around. And I hated using that, so in like 6 years I never used that drone. I think I tried it once and I swore never to use it again. I should probably try it again. Maybe it's not as bad as I remembered, but I didn't really like it at the time. So the one drawback I see with Earth is that you have to have your
If
brick
you
with
really
you.
want to do some good,
And I see a lot of players who are playing with Earth, who pretty much all they do is spam ground pound. Is that the actual name? Basically, they just slam the floor and slam the floor and slam the floor, and that's pretty much all they do. I can understand that if this one attack is more powerful than anything else, I can see why they're actually spamming it that much.
You don't know who you're messing with, do you?
Thank you, Asleep.
Hey, watch the face.
all this help. Run!
Get away.
We're getting the free membership because it's the 7th anniversary of DC Universe Online. The Brainiac emblem looks nice. I have a character that I should start playing soon that will really enjoy that emblem. Hello, Big Bad. I'm not a big fan of GTA, so I don't know. Maybe I'll try it at some point, but when I tried it in the past, it wasn't really my kind of game. At the time, I was more into playing games like Baldur's Gate or Dragon Age. Those were my kind of games at the time. So the Grand Theft Auto, I wasn't too crazy about that. The Void material, right now you have to get it pretty much from the broker. You could try and get it from, I forget, I think it's the Guardian time capsules, but I strongly, you're gonna have to open like 200 time capsules to maybe get the material. So I would strongly suggest buy it from the broker instead. Yes, it will mean that you're gonna have to farm for cash in game for at least a week or two. But it's better that way you're going to be guaranteed to get the material. Imagine if you open, I don't know, 200 time capsules, and at the end of that you still don't have the void material. You're gonna feel a little silly, I guarantee it. Yeah, I would have to say Quantum is probably my favorite. For a long time I was playing Mental, and then when I tried Quantum was playing pretty much the same way that I was playing with Mental. The exception to that being that it has a teleport like that, and also the visual animation. I thought the visual effects and the animation was looking a bit better than Mental. So when we got Game Update 73, I took the opportunity. Like this character was using Mental, and with Game Update 73, I jumped at the opportunity to make a change. So I changed the character from Mental to Quantum.
Kindly to interference in official business.
The free membership is right now, but it's not for everyone. There were some restrictions. Like you had to have been a member before October 31st, I think, and there's a few other restriction that they had. So if they did not give you the free membership right now, you're not gonna get it, and it's going to last until January 31st.
But we better not be seen.
It is good, but as I mentioned earlier, it depends on time bomb. If you want to do a lot of damage, like if you want to be the top at on the scoreboard, it's going to be a bit tricky because sadly, as I said a bit before, you pretty much depend on time bomb. Like you can see time bomb going down really slowly. And very often, when you cast your time bomb, the enemies are down before your time bomb even does a single point of damage. So ideally, if you're fighting just trash mobs like that, there's no point in using time bomb. Just using your powers will do the trick. But if you're fighting a boss, then yeah, time bomb would actually help. Time bomb will allow you to do a lot of damage to the boss, and I guess with the new scoreboard, it's going to make a difference. Hello, Costas.
I can fight my own battles.
Ah, I think you're asleep. Yeah, I remember seeing you in the game, Video Central.
The crime syndicate don't take kindly to interference in official business. Get back!
I appreciate it, but we better not be seen together.
I have no problem hugging you too.
For your lives.
Did you guys see the new costume for Elongated Man? And if you did, what did you think of his new costume? The way they came up with the name was a little forced. But I'm wondering what you guys think of the costume.
Thanks, but
It's so sweet to give a like. The best option is to get it from the broker. The odds of getting it playing the mission are really small, unless you're really lucky.
I'd like to get home.
Although I didn't try to farm the mission all that much, but as a rule of thumb, when there's rare items, it's better to just buy them from the broker. Unless you're really lucky, you're gonna end up farming for forever. I'm close to many auras. There's a lot. Let's take a quick look after that.
I appreciate it.
There's a lot of of collections that I have like 11 out of 12. But getting the 12th one, that's the tough part. I actually even getting some of the other ones is a bit tough too, but let's go check. Like you can see the antimatter, 11 out of 12. The Bottle City, 10 out of 12. The Shadow, 11 out of 12. Delustel, 11 out of 12. CSDNA, 10 out of 12. CSI, 9 out of 12. Holy crap! I didn't realize I was missing that many of the jokes versus riddles. Kandaya Key Clues, 11 out of 12. Token of Sin, 11 out of 12. Wonderful Toys. So it's sadly getting the last collection, unless you're lucky and you get the rare collection first. It may take a while before you actually manage to complete the darn thing. And the same with the event collection. I have the source. I'm only missing one collection for the source. I got the 11th one today, but I had to farm the freaking missions like 12 times or something. And I've been farming the missions about 6 times a day for ever since the event dropped. And today I decided to farm it a little bit more, so I did the missions about a dozen times, and finally I was able to get the 11th collection. But as you can see, I'm still missing the 12th one. Best collection. Oh no, I got that one. This one I guess I'm gonna have to wait for the St. Patrick seasonal. And even this one, I'm at 10 out of 12. I know the last one you have to buy it from the vendor. I'm gonna try to do that before the event ends. Although maybe I won't bother. No, you cannot have two different powers. Sadly, yes, you can have up to 16 armories if you want, but it's all going to be the same power.
All this help you're doing?
Lucky you, Wolves Bay. Although at some point the Kryptonite Aura was like 20 millions. I was very tempted to start farming for cash and try to buy it, but I didn't do it, sadly. Sorry, AZ Bros. I probably missed your question. What do you need help with? It depends on what you need help with, AZ. If you need help to get the speed demon, the speed metal set of gear, nothing really I can do about that, short of just giving you the gear. Getting money, all you can really do is farm for collections, sell those on the broker, and try to gather your cash until you can purchase the emblem. The Kryptonite Aura for 60... you lie. Let's go check. I need a break. I don't think I'll do the 303 today. Are you saying the Kryptonite Aura... Oh, you're playing on Xbox, aren't you? Yeah, I just realized that. But let's go check also how much the Flash emblem is, just to see. We'll get back to fighting the evil forces of evil from Earth 3. You cannot sell the enhanced emblems. What you can sell is the speed metal gear, though. You can craft some speed metal gear, and that you can sell, but you cannot sell the emblems. Well, you cannot craft and sell the emblems. You can sell the emblems themselves, but those you craft, you cannot sell. So let's see the Flash emblem. Oh, it's fairly 1.9 for the enhanced version. The cash is 5 millions though. But ideally, just buy the enhanced version. Odds are that's the one you're going to use anyways. Unless you absolutely need the feat, then buy the cash. But if you just need the emblem, 1.9 that's a good that's a fair price. And let's see the Kryptonite Aura. Alright, it's down to 25 millions. I'm very tempted to farm and try to buy it. We'll see. And the cape, 69. A little cheaper than the price I paid. How do you buy the cash? You don't buy the cash. You have to farm for it. I made a video this weekend about how to make money in this universe online. Basically, the recipe is very simple. You fly around gathering collections, bring those collections on the broker, sell them on the broker, and you repeat the process until you have a lot of cash. Yeah, sometimes people will be generous. It's a bit surprising because, as a rule of thumb, I won't say that most players are very generous. Although I can understand there's a and why the number 4356? Playa, I get it, but why 4356? Is it your birthday? Is it your social security number? Is it your...
I appreciate it, but
Oh yeah, the PvP players are pretty toxic.
Gotham needs Gordon, and we need Gotham. Do the right thing and vote for Gordon. Do the right thing and vote for Gordon.
That's okay, bros. Do you still have any missions to do on this map? Oh yeah. Oh, I can see why you need a flash emblem. Pretty cool looking suit. I see.
I'd like to give Ultraman a beat.
Don't take this the wrong way. Hey, we were using those.
Did you get the pants from Time Capsules? Or did you buy it from the broker? Why, you don't like your name?
I was just doing my job. Work wanted me to get some extra votes.
appreciate it, but we better not be seen together.
Ah, look at you.
Thanks, but I gotta.
Ah, thank you, AZ.
Hey, foot out! I can fight my own battles.
Well, Quantum is a fun power, especially the teleport. I love the teleport. Yeah, sometimes it doesn't teleport you very far, or sometimes something will block your way. But as a rule of thumb, I really enjoy that power. And it's versatile. Like you can use it either to flee from enemy, or you can use it to charge an enemy, or you can use it just to try to move a little bit faster. So I really love that teleport. I wish we had the teleport that Cersei has. Like when you play the legend character Cersei, she has a really cool teleport that even creates a copy of herself. I wish we had that in the game. If we had that in the game, I think that way too much. Yeah, YouTube is. A lot of people have been complaining about YouTube. Very often, people will click on notification and still they won't get notified for some reasons. Not sure why YouTube does that. Is it on purpose? Is it a bug? Is it that they cannot just the feature doesn't work properly? Hard to tell.
Hey, foot out!
Yeah, Wonder Woman is pretty cool.
I appreciate it, but we better not be seen together.
What are you, crazy?
I suppose the Riven teleport could be fun. But I still kind of prefer the Cersei teleport that creates basically a clone of yourself. Well, usually the extent of roleplay that I do, I play a lot by myself. So whatever roleplay I actually do is that I try to recreate the characters with the actual powers that they're using sometimes. Like my Batman character, I'll have at least one armory that sort of kind of uses Batman-like abilities. And the same with, let's say, Superman. Yeah, for heroes, you have to get it from the broker. If you're an evil villain, or if you're a hero, basically what you have to do, you have to create a villain character, and you have to use your villain to farm for the boots. It's pretty much that simple. So if you're a hero character and you don't want to buy the boots from the broker, I have no idea how much the boots are right now. It's been a while since I looked at the boots. But if you don't want to buy the boots from the broker, then create yourself an alternate villain character. The mission for the flash boots is a pretty low level mission, so you should be able to farm and farm and farm that mission until you actually get the boots. Of course, sadly the boots are a rare drop, so you may have to farm for quite a bit. Although there was someone at some point who was telling me that he was when he was farming for the boots, he could get 4, 5, 6 pair of flash boots in a day. So I guess with a little luck and a lot of patience, you should be able to get the boots. Yeah, 2 million is pretty much the asking price most of the time for the boots. Although the prices on the broker changes all the time, which is something that I always say. Yeah, it is DC Universe Online, Tyricus. But yeah, 2 millions for the flash boots is a good price. Although once in a while the price will go way up. Like when we got the new Flash cowl, or when we got a new Flash emblem, usually the price for the boots would shoot up. The same is true with a few other items. Like right now, we got a whole bunch of new emblems, and right now the price for the Stalwart Defender chest went way up. Last I checked, it was like between 10 millions and like 25 millions. It's a bit crazy. Usually, if you shop the broker a bit, you should be able to get the Stalwart Defender chest for 2 millions maybe, if you're really lucky, less. But now whenever we get a new batch of emblems, then there's a whole bunch of people who want to have the Stalwart Defender chest to have a bigger emblem, and then the price for the chest goes up. And lately we got not just the emblems from the Paradox time capsules, but we also got the emblems from the Dark Knight metal emblems. No, the Flash emblem is not free. Whether you have membership or not, technically it's free in the sense that you don't have to pay actual cash for it, but you have to buy it from the broker with game cash. We checked a bit earlier, it was like 5 millions, I think. You guys can correct me if I'm misremembering. I remember the enhanced version was cheaper. Asleep? How is it on Xbox? We keep on hearing that the population is low. Is that true? There's a whole bunch of people in the forums who try to spread rumors, and I was just wondering if there was any truth to that or not.
quicken you too. Hey, you hurt my quota. What are you, crazy?
Oh, you killed your phone. You shouldn't do that. Poor phone. That's a mouthful.
I have no problem mugging you too. Enough.
Let's go elsewhere for the 303. I wasn't planning on playing the 303, but I may as well finish it. But let's go. Usually I have a spot where I like to go for that. It's right here. Why here? Usually you have a whole bunch of group of guys, like two or three guys huddled together. So you go from one group to the next. And usually it goes pretty quick to do the 303 mission here. Unless, of course, there's other players. Although if you're more than one player, sometimes you can help each other.
Hello? Anyone?
I can't take it in here.
So just a couple more days and the anniversary event will end. And the Valentine seasonal should start. So we're going to be able to farm for styles and base items for the Halloween seasonal, the Valentine seasonal.
Hello? Anyone?
You hate the anti-monitor? Why? That wasn't bad. The mission is not as tedious as it was last year. Last year it was a bit of a pain in the butt. This year they lowered the difficulty a bit, so it became a bit more manageable. Even with a bad group, we can still manage to finish the mission. It takes a while and it's a bit tedious, but it's doable.
Is anyone out
Sorry about that. It's been a long day.
Hey, let me out.
Nah, you can't. At least I don't think you can. You know what? I'll try it out after this.
I can't take it in here. Thanks, but I gotta get out of here.
Anyone?
Come with me. You're under arrest.
Well, thank you, Wolfsby Mods. Right now we're at 2060 something.
Hey, let me out!
Ah, you shouldn't say that about your grandma, even if it's true. Or I should say, even if it might be true. I don't know if it's true.
Hello? Anyone?
Or your grandma. I get it now.
Officer down.
That's alright, it's fine. I'm just a little tired. It's been a long day. I didn't get much sleep last night. I spent way too much time making a few videos.
You're messing with, do you? That's gonna leave a mark.
This situation is getting out of control.
Hello? Anyone?
Ah,
Is anyone out there?
oh yeah, we have a new Supergirl episode soon.
Hey, let me out!
So a lot of you guys seems to be excited about the upcoming Teen Titans TV show. That's nice.
I can't take it in here.
If it's half as good as the comic was by George Perez and Mark Wolfman, it should be an awesome TV show. Of course, being pretty much a CW TV show, there's going to be a lot of teen drama. Sadly, that's the price we have to pay with those TV shows, it seems. Although it's always a bit weird to see actors in their late 20s, early 30s act as if they were like 12 years old.
Is anyone out there?
The reverse multiverse. And she must be really evil.
Hello? Anyone?
Well, I do have a villain multiverse. Also, I call it the Dark Multiverse. It used to be my Galactus. I just renamed it Dark Multiverse, and I gave it a Dark Side Armory, and now I just added a Anti-Monitor Armory. Oh yeah, it reminds me. I should. That'll probably be one of my next videos. I was able to complete the Anti-Monitor style on my Dark Multiverse character, but I was a bit of a slacker. I should have finished that a while ago, but I didn't play the mission every day with that character.
I can't take it in here.
Almost there. Yeah, I'll do that in just a sec. Almost there, only 23 more.
This situation is getting out of control.
Whoa! Anyone?
Is anyone out there? If you really want to... I can't take it in here.
That's and blasters. But I'm not using weapons, I'm using my power. So I'm just using the power, I'm not using any weapons. Like if I use weapons, this is what it looks like. But this here is using the quantum powers. So that's why the arms look weird a bit. He sort of waves his arms to sort of use his powers.
The crime syndicate don't take kindly to interference in official business.
Appreciate it, but we better not be seen again.
It's fine. I don't mind it.
Anyone?
Almost there. Well, that should do it. If I had to choose, I would choose Black Lantern Power. There's also Blue Lantern that would be tempting. But nah, if I could choose a power, I would choose Black Lantern Power, and I would try to come up with some sort of mechanic where you can actually raise your fallen teammate or something.
I may be the fastest man alive, but you just cheesed off the fastest
Nah, I don't think they should update the game to Rebirth. Already they've updated Superman to Rebirth, and already Rebirth is obsolete. It would seem that that should be good. No, it's not what I thought. I'm so sad. Basically, they've just updated Superman to Rebirth, And sadly, the rebirth look is already obsolete. I'm so sad. Like the look we see here, sadly, with Action Comics 1000s, it would seem that our friend Superman will be back with the red shorts. So let's go to the oh, you're welcome, Maisie. What I was asking is, do you need any more NPCs to defeat, or did you complete the mission? Oh, too high, too high. Oh, I didn't play the missions with him today. Do you want to do a duo? I'm just gonna check what our friend Wolfsbay wants me to check. We could play a duo after if you want, if you're willing. Oh yeah, my Black Hand, the Dead Shall Rise could be an awesome power. I wouldn't, I wouldn't, I would bring that back to full health, but like as zombies or something. I'm not sure if we can go all the way to the top.
Nothing will be left of this universe except an endless font of paradox energy.
Ah, that's all he does. Oh, our friend Zoom. Yeah, I guess it could be a supercharge move, or could be something else. Look at him. He has the all-man helmet. I'm jealous now. Life is good.
Get to the science spire, snatch their tech, and take down their officers.
Let's see if we can play a duo. Because, why not? Oh, we can't. I'm so sad.
Went into the battlefield to try and revert citizens who have been turned into antimatter. But now they need
I guess our friend.
one of the antimatter
Oh yeah,
conversion devices
I'm not the
next to
group leader. I'm so
terminal to
sad.
Stop the Cordians from turning civilians and revert those who have already been turned.
AZ, we can go and finish your mission if you want, or we can do missions here, or we can go play the duo. Yeah, you decide. There's a lot of cool move that could be done with the Black Lanterns.
The multiple time paradoxes have made this universe irresistible. An endless supply of energy for me to feast on. Continue gathering antimatter, my minions. Soon I will be strong enough to consume this world.
The Flash Museum? Or the Black Lanterns? Uh, 223, something like that. But here it doesn't matter, we're all 280. Yeah, demonic power could be cool. Although I guess they wouldn't go with a power like that. They might be worried that some parents could complain or something. Oh, sure, we can do a flashpoint if you want.
Back to base ASAP.
Start the mission when you're ready. Actually, give me half a second. I'll take a little bio break for 1 second. I'll be right back.
Devices are a danger to everyone, seeing as how you exabyte-enabled heroes are the key to pushing back the anti-monitor. Head back to the base and check in.
Guardians and shadow demons. Soon we shall have enough power to break into their reality. And then I will devour their universe.
Okay, sorry about that. When you gotta go, as they say. So start the mission when you're ready, AZ. I guess we're done here. Do you need some more enemies over here?
When you convert into antimatter is another.
You have to be combat rating 207 for all man. It's alright. Yeah, I hate that too. Not only that, but if you play on that map with a power that uses combos, they keep on interrupting your combos, so it's a bit annoying.
I appreciate the quick response. Central City police informants have reported an alarming plot by the Rogues. Someone has hired them to somehow prevent my origin. The resulting paradoxes are head through the Speed Force tunnel into the past. Be quick though. The paradox wave will be on your heels trying to collapse the tunnel.
Crap.
Time travel's a real stone in your food, I'll tell you.
Don't rush to the end, you're gonna glitch the mission. I love the Flash.
What the hell is going on here? Some hooded freak.
Yeah, last time when I was here, I crashed about halfway through the mission. Hopefully it won't crash. We'll see. Is there a feat that you need? I forgot to ask. Too late. The best free-to-play power? Ice is pretty good. Ice or fire. Mantle is pretty good as well. We can... there we go.
You seen those crazy devices around the station? Can't stop shooting until you're dead. I must carry on.
Not too much stuff. Well, let's get rid of some crap. Well, mental. A lot of people seems to agree that it's a crappy power right now. I didn't play enough with mental, so I'm not sure. But for a while, the consensus pretty much was that it wasn't a very good power.
Piper asks of me. But I would be so angry with me.
Oh, look, more rats to dance to my merry tunes. Dance for the Pied Piper, dance! Solo.
Leave the station or pay with your lives.
I don't think we're going to be able to one-shot Ultraman. Because if they do like they did, you may have noticed in... what's the map again? On the Age of Justice maps, like the War-Torn Village and the War-Torn Area 51, they capped the characters. Like we cannot be past a certain combat rating on that map. So our characters are capped on that map because they didn't want people to be able to solo the bounties, essentially. So I suspect that we will be capped also with the Earth 3 mission at some point. The Earth 3 map at some point. Because I'm pretty sure they don't want us to be able to solo Ultraman. Is it Supergirl yet? I will just finish this mission and that should be it after that. There it is.
Your fans will be mine. I see you bested my lovely assistant, but now it's time for the grand finale. I've put Officer Allen under an impenetrable force field, ensuring he will never be struck by that famous bolt of lightning. As long as I maintain my focus channeling, that spell will not waver. If you excuse me, I'm going to go backstage to the storeroom to enjoy the rest of the show and inform my benefactor of the plan's progress.
Our friend Abracadabra was in a good mood.
You'll be clapping for me when we're done. Enough, behold!
you're welcome.
So many cases that need my attention. I wish I could get this work done faster.
What was that?
I feel like I'm in fast forward.
Yeah, you have to be careful with certain missions. Because you have to be careful not to one-shot too many NPCs. Because sometimes that will glitch certain missions. We got the healer headpiece. You know, that is one thing that I don't miss about this game. Is the fact that in the past the game was linked to the role. So you had chances to get gear that you could not use. But luckily, once they introduced unattuned gear in the game, that was a thing of the past, and I'm very happy about that. So I guess we can go. So I think that's going to be it for now. Oh, sure, we can play anytime. Obviously, if I'm busy doing something else, it's possible that I could say no to playing, but if we can play, sure, that would be an option. So that's going to be it for today, guys. So again, just a reminder, there's just a few days left for the anniversary event. So if you still need a few things, now's the time to farm for whatever currency you still need. And now's the time to purchase items from the vendor. Otherwise, before long, the vendor will be gone. And you're going to have to wait until next year to be able to purchase certain things. And also, there's going to be the Valentine seasonal that's going to start right after. And last but not least, again, we crossed 500,000 views on the channel. So I thought it would be a good idea to mention that. And also, I'd like to say thank you guys. You guys are the reason why we crossed 500,000 views on the channel. So again, I would like to say thank you. And that's going to be it for now, guys. So as always, thanks for watching, and hopefully. Oh yeah, and PS3, the end of PS3. Good call, Andy. Yeah, PS3, you only have a couple of days to be able to play on PS3. Afterwards, no more PS3. So hurry up. You just have a few days left to be able to play on PS3. You just have a few days left to play the anniversary event. And you just have a few days left to be able to purchase what the vendor in the anniversary event is actually selling. Oh, easy is sad. So again, guys, thank you. Again, we crossed 500,000 views, and for that, it's all thanks to you guys. We don't know if there's going to be a major update. You know what? Let me check. I've been looking at the announcement section like 5 times a day, hoping that we're going to get some sort of announcement. Oh, actually, I see a little something. Okay, so basically, Maps is talking about a certain amount of accounts that were permanently banned for egregiously taking advantage of a serious exploit in the game, which is a clear violation of the terms of service. So there is a small number of game accounts that were banned, and basically, Maps reminds. Shows like a part of the terms of service so that people know that they've actually broken the terms of service. So he does mention that those selfish players harm the game and the game community in trying to cheat the system. And Mess mentioned that after some consideration, they've decided to change some of those permaban to temporary suspension. He's so nice. So I'm not sure if we're going to get. I don't think he unbanned all of them, but it seems at least some of them have somewhat apologized or something, and they've appealed. They've asked for basically a second chance, and they decided to give them a second chance. And he does mention that it's going to be a final chance. So I suspect if they ever break the terms of service again, those people will be permanent banned. I guess we're gonna have to wait and see what actually happens. So for right now, I'm looking at the announcement section. I don't see anything saying that there's going to be an announcement or a game update or anything like that. But we do know that the Valentine seasonal starts February 1st. We do know that the PS3 support ends January 31st. We do know that the Anti-Monitor event ends January 31st. So that's right now. That's all the information we have. You're so sweet to Maps. Yes, AZ cheating is bad. I agree with that. So that's going to be it for now, guys. Enough stalling around. So tomorrow, I'm not sure what we'll do tomorrow. I'll try to come up with something. So that's going to be it for now, guys. So as always, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.